As you see, we have only 18% of charge. Can still do some runs and go back home, but just wanted to be on the safe side. So charging here for 5 to 10 minutes. After this, need to meet Shriman at Qmart. Just planning some stuff for the upcoming rides. Not anytime this month, but soon. We keep discussing regularly where to go next, what rides we wish to do, so that we can have a plan in mind. By the time this charging is done, let me see if I can get a test drive of the Safari. Have sat in one though, but haven't test driven one, so would love to see if I can get a test drive. So this is the Safari top end manual. Love the commanding driving posture here. They've removed the aircraft style parking brake and have automated electronic parking brake here. Wish this entire system moves here, and they can give these two buttons here so that this space opens up big time. Like this material, soft touch but hard plastics here, some leather here. Nice lovely panoramic roof. The size of the screen is not a problem, it's just the software is not that great, that's the issue. And the CarPlay takes up only probably 70% or 60% of the space. That's the issue with this infotainment system. Otherwise good, yeah. Let's get to the back seat and see how it feels. I like the way the door closes, you see? The rear seat is one of the best in the class. Like, look at that view you get from here. Lot of legroom and also a lot here. And the under-thigh support is pretty good here. One of the most comfortable SUVs to sit in the middle row. This is the 7-seater one. That's purely for kids, but much better than Alcazar. And see again how this door closes. Lovely build quality. I like the rear section of the Safari than the Harrier. But what caught my eyes is this black Nexon. Look at those colors. All black. Like, I don't see a speck of white except for that floor covers. Black, 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 black door panels. Looks so dark here, but thanks to Sony camera you can see it as daylight. You see the difference in the third? That's almost 60 to 80% automation in manufacturing. This goes through a different automation process compared to that, but looks good here. Like all the black color bits, black color trims here. Let's see how much of charging is done. I think that's good enough for us. Oh, they've charged me only till the amount that I use. That's good, yeah. So that was decently quick. It costed me what, 60 rupees for a 12% of a charge. So you can do the math. It would cost anywhere between 550 to 600 rupees for a full charge. It's only for emergencies. Like the Ather had a very low battery and Ather charging stations are full. Nexon chargers are open and I thought I can quickly top it up. There is one near Konshu where I'm meeting Shriman. That's a different brand fast charger. That's something I want to actually try and see how that would work. So there's a 25 kilowatt charger. That is a 60 kilowatt charger. So that should technically top this car in half an hour. That's the estimate at least. Let's see how much this car is capable of taking, but they charge more. I think this is 6 rupees per minute and that is probably 16 rupees per minute. That's expensive, but it charges faster. So let me see if how that charger is, and if it's working well, we might use it here. Like 60 watts, this car should do 0 to 80 in less than half an hour. That's the estimate. You on a way?
Oh, that's gonna be at least fun.
Time to see if it will work. Charging. 60 kilowatt charger. Hey, happening ma? 27%, 56 kilometers. We'll at 709. It's by Fortum. Charge and Drive. That's an international company. They have an app and all. So it's close to the metro rail in Madhapur. Besides the luxury pre-owned sales, also Konshu is just there, somewhere there. Let's see. So far 7 minutes में 2 kilowatts. So yeah, basically the car is taking up only 21 kilowatts, not more than that.
A few moments later.
So disconnect the charger. That was what, 50 minutes, and it went from 29% to 86%, almost 56%, 57% of charge in a matter of 50 minutes. So definitely 20 to 80% in 1 hour is guaranteed. The bill for this is expensive, 15.99 per minute, so that's almost 800 rupees. I would prefer the Tata charger any day, but this was just on the way. Wanted to give this a try and see if it would fast charge faster than the Tata chargers, but looks like it's not. The charging experience though is pretty good, much better than what you have in Tata.
It's just at the end of one road and then that road branches off.
Just listening to a podcast by Verge Nilay Patel. It's a podcast called Decoder. And this was also recommended by a subscriber of ours when I was complaining about YouTube algorithm. It is fascinating. So if you get a chance and if you are into podcasts, definitely listen to this podcast where they interview YouTube head. Anyway, we can complain as much as we want, but all I can do is do the work, do the hard hours, and hope for the best result. So talking about results, it's been a while since I worked out, so I can see some bad results coming up where I'm putting on some weight again after the trip. Trip was good because we have been on the bike quite a bit dehydrated because of constant weather changes, off-roads. It was perfect. Maybe we should start riding more so we can skip workouts and all, but that's okay. Back in Hyderabad now, so wanted to head to KBR for a short run. It's been almost a month since I had a run, so I want to go and get the routine back. And about routines, I typically charge this car at home because it's free. Even though it's slow, I don't mind it because I do it overnight. That one night I forgot this had low battery, Aether had low battery, so I had enough range to go a fast charging station. So that's just a one-time thing, but it's good to have more chargers available because the MG ZS EV can support up to 50 kilowatts. All the bigger cars that you saw, the Jaguar I-Pace and all, they can go up to 200, 250 kilowatt chargers. So the calculation is, let's say your battery capacity is 90 kilowatts, 60 kilowatts is the fast charger, so 1.5 times, so 1.5 hour. That's how the calculation is. Anyway, almost here at KBR Park. Let me go finish my run, and I'm planning to do a small YouTube short inspired by the podcast while I'm in the KBR Park. And also I'll post it on Instagram, obviously. So in case you haven't followed me on Instagram, the links here would be a much more fun, active place where I interact with my subscribers frequently. So definitely follow me there. Not my best time, but it takes time to get back the old pace. I used to do 5 kilometers in 30 minutes, so kind of slow, but chalega. And I also use this Runkeeper app to have some goals, like I'm planning to lose some weight. So the target weight is 82. I was 90 kilos last October or something, so slowly I'm trying to lose. Beach man gain weight again and I lost again, but there is science behind gaining or losing weight. It's just the amount of calories you eat and the amount of calories you burn. If you are in deficit, you would lose weight. If you have more, you would gain weight. But this is a very good app, and as you can see here, my best achievement is 18 kilometers. That was in August while I was in Canada. Man, I miss those days. And I did a 5k in 27 minutes, 10k in 1 hour 7 minutes. I want to get it under 1 hour. Half and full marathon are pending. That's on the checklist. Chalo, time to go home, edit this video, and maybe watch cricket match India versus England. It's pretty interesting. Hope you guys are also watching. So looking forward to some nice Friday night entertainment. You guys should also let me know what your plans are for the weekend and also what you did on Friday. Would be interesting to see what the typical answers are. Before I can go home, just take a look at the traffic here. Hyderabad is back to its old self with full traffic jams. But no tension, we have an electric car, automated gear. I wonder if there is any manual in electric cars. That would be interesting to know, but I don't think there would be because there's single speed transmission. What would you do? Keep moving forward and back? You wouldn't do it, right? So there can't be a manual in electric cars. Anyway, this is going to be a fun drive. Felt good to have that run, but the traffic was damn. At least because of the new Durgancheru flyover, the traffic on 45 has gone up quite a lot. They should probably have another flyover for the junction. Always wondered how many flyovers can they build. After one flyover, maybe you'll have a road under bridge or something. That's going to be the only next option here. Otherwise, we will run out of roads. We need to figure out public transportation. That's a huge topic. Anyway, don't want to get into all that stuff. Had high expectations for the third-party charging system. The sound of 60 kilowatts sounded exciting, but then this car could take up only 25 kilowatts. So there's nothing much I can do. I'm planning few drives on the Nexon EV, long drives. So stay tuned for that. And in case you're new to this channel, check out the previous videos if you like them. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share button. And that's it for today's video, guys. Hope you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And in case you're watching this at night time, have a good night and take care. Chalo. Bye-bye.